Hi, folks. Said I'd go live at 8, so I have. Talking about how to get out of the rut race, as I call it. So I've been doing a course about neuroplasticity recently, and it's sort of come up with some good ideas, which I've thought about in the past anyway. Because I'm dyslexic, I know about this thing called Brain Gym, which is supposed to help connect the two sides of the brain. By moving stuff across the midline. So there's certain things you can do that are supposed to help. Hi, Gillian. With people who have dyslexia getting the two parts of the brain working, which is sometimes some of the problem. And I've been doing this course in neuroplasticity, which is basically about how to get the brain, how to get the brain to not be quite so rigid. Hi, Hayley, and Tracy. And so I thought I'd just share some of the tips and tricks I've been learning as I've been doing this course, because basically sometimes we get stuck in routines and it's sort of the same path in your brain is being used for the same thing that you do in the same way every time you do it. And the same routine sometimes means you get stuck in a rut. So you don't feel like you're getting somewhere. So I just thought I'd share some of the things that I'm going to be implementing myself over the next few days and weeks, and hopefully by mixing it up I can get out of some of those ruts, but also keep my brain healthy and young, and it can make new connections, which is always a good thing. So basically it's stuff like, and I tried this morning and it was really amusing. So stuff that you do routinely that you want to keep doing routinely, like basically brushing your teeth. Really should be doing that at least twice a day. But how about trying to brush your teeth with the other hand? Because that's going to give your brain a chance to basically come up with new pathways. So just mixing it up a bit. So I've written some of the things that I've come up with. So reading out loud instead of reading a book, read out loud, because we very rarely do that. It's just things that we used to do when we had, I used to do it with my kids, and it was really nice. And then you just get into the habit of reading. But what that does is that gives your brain, it starts creating new pathways, and actually the cells get healthier and better, and it just keeps your brain basically malleable, so it stays healthy. You're using it like you're supposed to in new, innovative ways. Can't even say that word. So say things like innovative. That will help, because I hardly ever say that word because I struggle with saying it. And one of the other things I've been doing is I've been reading a book called You Are the Placebo. I'd highly recommend it. I might try and put the link in below, which is basically saying that a lot of the things that we come up against, like some diseases and the way our bodies work and the thought that we're getting older and therefore there's nothing we can do about that, actually our ability to think beyond that and see beyond what we assume is the normal can actually help us heal ourselves and become better from things that can be quite serious conditions or the way we look at ourselves. So if you're thinking that along at the same time as the neuroplasticity thing, if we can keep our brain cells working and coming up with those new neural network paths and get out of that rut, that's going to help us. That's going to keep us young, and that's going to keep us knowing that we can keep doing things positively. So some of the ideas I came up with, other than brushing your teeth with your other hand, is hula hooping the other way. So I love hula hooping, but actually trying to hula hoop the way that I'm not used to. So I'd say it was probably left-handed hula hooping I'm trying to do. So trying to get the hula hoop to go the other way, that really gets me. But I'm going to keep practicing it because it's actually good to use that other part, that thing that you're not used to. Play differently. So another thing I've been watching recently is the Human Longevity Project, a really good film that some people have done. And there was a guy on there today saying that, say you go to the gym, you do the same weights every time you go to the gym, you use the kettlebell in the same way. You might be putting more weight on because you want to get stronger, but actually, so there's people who can use weights of a certain weight, but actually if their friend fell down and was unconscious, they wouldn't be able to move them because they've just trained their muscles in a very rigid way. So it's a similar thing, that if we try different things, We're just giving our body the opportunity to try new things. And again, that's going to give you a better pathway in your brain. So there's the idea of switching your hands when you brush your teeth, or even you could try when you're shaving. It's not something I do, but if you're a bloke, you could definitely try it when you're shaving. Mix up your routine in the morning. So instead of getting up and getting dressed and then coming down for your cup of coffee, how about getting up, coming down in your pajamas, having a cup of tea, and then getting dressed afterwards? Try having a shower in the morning with your eyes closed. So you've just got to find your way around your bathroom with your eyes closed. So you're using different senses. You're using your sense of touch, and let's come up with another one. Yeah, you're using your tactile experience. What about trying to get dressed with just one hand, or with your non-dominant hand? Eat the other way around, or write with your left hand if you're right-handed. All these things are going to keep your brain healthy and make new connections and get you out of that rut race, which might actually be meaning you're less creative and you're stuck doing the same thing and the same at the same time, just feeling that you're not getting anywhere. Go on a new route to work. So try, maybe cycle to work or walk to work. If you get the bus, get a different bus that takes you somewhere where maybe you have to walk. So all little things like this, which are just switching things up, meaning you're not doing the same thing day in, day out, and your brain is making new connections, is all stuff that can help you get out of what I call the rut race and just get your creative juices flowing, and meaning that you're keeping your brain healthy, and therefore your body and your outlook on life is going to be different and healthier. So I hope some of those ideas have given you some ideas, and maybe tomorrow we can all be brushing our teeth with our different hands and see how it feels. Okay, take care, everyone. Bye.